let's see. As I had told that today I will take the practical class. So at first, I will show you which practicals we will see now. Okay. So see, in the term 1, there are some spotting. In between these, I think the TS of testis and TS of ovary already Ranjit sir had given. And anyone tell me that TS of blastula sir had given or not? TS of blastula sir had given? Anyone tell me?
Ma'am, I had not found it.
Okay. Okay. If sir had not given, then I will give it on the next day. But today we will see, just see this number B1, that is flowers adapted to pollination by different agencies, that is wind, insect or bird. We have to spot it, means some pictures will be given to you in the exam timing and you have to identify that the pollination is being done through wind or insect or birds. After identification, you have to write some characteristics of it. And today I am giving the characteristics, whatever you will write in your project copy, means in the practical file, okay? And also read that points for the exam also. And in the exam timing, from the school, the picture can be given or some flowers also can be given, okay? And also today we will see the meiosis in onion bud cell or grasshopper testis through permanent slide. These two today I will give you. Okay. So let's see now. Flowers adapted to pollination by different agencies. So you will write this one as the heading. Okay, this one will be the heading. After that, you have to start writing the points. First, give this heading. This will be subheading. Okay, flowers adapted to pollination by birds. Okay, so these characters you have to write in the ruled page only. So see, pollination is a process of transferring pollen from the male anther of the female to female stigma of the same or different flowers. So this is the process of pollination. We all know that this is the process of transferring pollen from the male anther of a flower to the female stigma of the same flower or to the different flower. So pollination of flowers by insect is called ornithophily. Okay, the flowers pollinated by birds are very strong and are adapted to allow the birds to stay near the flowers without their wings getting entangled in them. Means we all know that whenever birds sit on any flower, birds or any things like insects or anything sit on the flower, the pollens will be attached with their legs and wings, so that whenever they will go to another flower, this pollination process will be completed. So the flowers are, so how the flowers will look like, the flowers which will be which will do the pollination through the birds. So the flowers are tubular and curved that facilitates nectar sucking by birds. Means the flower should be tubular, means like this type, the flower should be this type. Okay, so that it is tubular and curved. See, curvature is there that facilitates nectar sucking by birds. Means birds will come to that flower and they will suck nectar from inside the flower. Okay, the flowers are odorless, means no such smell should be there, and bright colored that attract the birds. Means the flower should be odorless and it should be bright colored, that will attract the birds. While sucking the nectar, the pollen gets deposited on their beaks and neck and is transferred to the plant they visit next. Means whenever they are sucking these pollens from this flower, okay, so nectars will be attached with their beak and to their throat or neck, so that whenever they will go to the next flower, these pollens will be transferred to the plant they will visit the next. Okay. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you, that why you will read these comments, because these things you have to write in your copy in the time of exam, and also some questions for Viva will come from these points. Okay, so you should read it. Next point, few examples of flowers pollinated by birds includes hibiscus, Bignonia verbenus. These are the flowers. Now, let's see, some pictures are given. See the first one. See this one first. This is a Bignonia flower. So a hummingbird collecting nectar from Bignonia capriolata flower, thereby pollinating them. Means, see, this is tubular. See, this flower is tubular, as I had told, and there is a curve. So bird can suck the nectar from this flower, and whenever they will go to the next flower, the nectar which are attached with their beak or neck, they will transfer, or they will complete this pollination process. Okay. Next, see, means this picture can be shown in the time of exam. Okay, so by seeing that, you have to identify the types of pollination, and then you have to write the comments on it, means the characters on it. Okay, next, see, anemophily in maize. What is anemophily? See, here we have seen what is anemophily. Here it was there. No. It was ornithophily. Pollination of flower by insect is called ornithophily. Okay, so see, in case of maize, the pollen grains, see, the pollen grains will be detached from it. Okay, so this is the anemophily in maize. It will be detached, and whenever any bird or any animal will come in this area, these pollens will be attached with that birds or animals, so that whenever they will go to another plant, or whenever they will go to another plant of same kind, then the pollination will be completed. Okay. See, in this picture, see, feathery stigmas and versatile anthers in the flower of grass. Means in the flower of grass, see, the flowers will be, there will be versatile anther and feathery stigma is present. Okay. Next, we will see the flowers adapted to pollination by wind. So, pollination is the process of transferring pollen from male anther to the flower to the female stigma of the same and different flower. That is same from the previous. Most of the conifers and angiosperm exhibit wind pollination. Okay, so there can be a Viva question that in which plants you can see the wind pollination. So you should tell that most of the conifers and angiosperms exhibit the wind pollination. Pollination of flowers by the wind is called anemophily. So pollination of flower by the wind is called anemophily. Whatever we have seen, see here the pollen grains came outside the flower, so it can be transferred through the wind, or if it will come near the ground, then it can be attached with some animals or birds. So by this process also they can be pollinated. Main process is the pollination by wind. Okay, so pollination of flowers by wind is called anemophily. Means there can be question Do you know the name of the pollination which is done by the wind? So then you have to tell that the process name is anemophily. Okay. So see, such flowers do not produce nectar or fragrance. Means these type of flowers, those who do the pollination by wind, with the help of wind, they do not produce any nectar, because birds or any animals are not sucking this nectar. That's why no need of nectar here. So these type of flowers do not produce nectar and fragrance also. In the flowers pollinated by the wind, the microsporangia hang out of the flower. As the wind blows, the lightweight pollen blows with it. The pollen gets accumulated on the feathery stigma of the flower. So, in this type of flower, the microsporangia will hang out of the flower. See this, like this picture. Microsporangia will hang outside the flower. Whenever their wind will blow, then as the wind blows, the lightweight pollen blows. Means from this line we can say that the pollens which are present in these types of flower, they are very lightweight. So whenever wind will blow, the lightweight pollen blows with it. The pollen gets accumulated on the feathery stigma of the flower. See, in this picture we have seen the feathery stigma. See, this is the feathery stigma. So these pollens will be attracted, or it will be attached with this feathery stigma of the female flower. Okay, these flowers appear even before the leaves when the spring commences. Means this type of flower mainly we can see in the time of spring. Few examples of such flowers include rice, barley, papaya, maize, oats, etc. So in the exam timing you will get the pictures of these flowers, like see this type of, means see, by seeing this you can understand that this type of flowers will do the pollination by wind. Okay, next and the last one from this spotting, that is flowers adapted to pollination by insects. So here the definition of pollination again written, and the pollination of flowers by insect is called entomophily. So three types of pollination of flowers we have seen. See, first one was ornithophily. First one was ornithophily. See, this is ornithophily, means pollination of flowers by birds is called ornithophily. Here it will be birds. Okay, whenever you will write by birds, it will be, that is ornithophily. When I will give the PDF, I will correct it after that I will give. Okay, so pollination of flowers by birds is called ornithophily. Pollination by wind, the flowers which can do pollination by wind is called anemophily, and pollination of flowers by insect is called entomophily. Okay, next, the flowers pollinated by insects are bright colored and produce nectar. Means the flowers which will do pollination by the help of insect, these flowers should be bright in color and they should produce nectar, because nectar guides are present on the petals. Means nectar should be present on the petals of that flower. The fragrance of the flower attract the insects. So in case of insect pollinating flowers, there should be nectar present and also fragrance should be there, because this fragrance will attract the insects. Okay, the pollen should be sticky, large, heavy and rough, so that it will stick to the body of the insect. So the pollen should be sticky so that it will attach with the leg or with the body parts of the insect, and they should be large and heavy and should be rough so that they will stick to the body of the insect. The stigmas are also sticky so that the pollens depositing are not dispersed. Means whenever just think this insect, this insect came to the anther. This insect came to the anther of the male flower, and the nectar have stuck into the leg of the insect, and then when they are going to any another flower and they will sit on the stigma. See, this animal sit on the stigma. Whenever it will sit on the stigma, then the sticky pollens which are attached with the leg of the insect, that will come to the stigma of the female flower. Whatever pollens they have taken from the anther of the male flower, then the pollination will be done. Okay. So, few example of flowers pollinated by insect are salvia, datura, gulmohar, calastropis, etc. Okay, so datura is very common flower. So in the exam timing, you can get this flower, and you have to identify that which type of pollination will be done by this type of flower, so that you have to write the characteristics. So whenever you will write characteristic, you should mention this and these 4 points. From these 4 points, you should write 3 points or 2 points. In the exam timing, teacher, external or internal, anyone will say this, that how much points you should write. So after that, you will write the points from these 4 points. Okay, because these 4 points are very important for this type of pollination. So see, nothing more is there. See, next, whatever is written, see here, this is written, I had cut it because there is no need to write this one, because it is not coming in your Term 1 syllabus in this year. It is omitted. That's why I have cut it. So don't write this portion, write only till this much. Okay, and you have to draw the pictures. The characteristics you will write in the ruled side, and the pictures you will draw in the white page. Okay, just think, remember it everyone. You have to write this comment portions, means the characteristics portion, in the ruled page, and in the white page beside these comments you have to draw the picture. For pollination by birds, you will write this picture. For pollination by wind, you will write, you will draw these 2 pictures. Okay, and for pollination by insects, you will draw this full picture. Or